Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a love oracle for today. Today is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. You may follow me on the the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's a love oracle. We're going to use the Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can find this at kaleidodope.com. She also has an Etsy shop. Where you going, homie? Where you going? We got one on the table. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me... Let's do one more shuffle here. Okay. Ooh, what the heck? I'm going to go wipe under my eye. Over my eye. We got drama, breakups and makeups, robotic, patience, friendship, healing, codependency, and bottom of the deck contract. Feminine and masculine, take how it resonates. So this is a friendship, and if you can liken this to a lover situation, which you can, right? You can always do that. It would be more friendship based. So like somebody that you were friends with first, and then you became lovers. Okay. For me, it very much, if you follow, if you subscribe, for me, it very much gives ex-best friend vibes. Because this is somebody that like you constantly fell in and out with, and it was just kind of like the motions to go back and forth. Like it was something that two people were used to, right? Not just you, not just the other person, but both people just used to like fighting, making up, going back to being friends, falling out of touch, coming back together, being friends, that kind of thing. I think I think and even with my situation with the ex-best friend, I can honestly say there was probably some much needed patience there on both sides. You know, like do I want to keep doing this? Like is this person worth it? And kind of realizing at the time, like okay, this is my friend, like it is what it is, like we love each other, we see each other when we see each other, and it's kind of like having patience, not just necessarily for the other person but the situation. Okay, because some friendships are just like that. I have another friend that I talk to, like sometimes we talk a lot, you know, like like every couple days, every week, whatever the case, for months at a time. And then sometimes for months at a time we don't talk. I think like over the summer, I think I went like 2 to 3 months without talking to her after I had started going through all the stuff with the people at work and starting my fitness journey, getting back into my fitness journey and all that. So like I kind of hermited pretty much from everybody, not just her. But yeah, we fell off for a couple months and then like we got back together, and it's not like that's the first time. And it's not like our friendship has lessened or dissipated, if that makes sense. Like it's still there. Like I still love her to death. Her and I used to work together at Yankee Candle. We've been friends for 22 years now, I want to say. Hey, Bubby. Hi. Your sissy is at the vet. You probably don't even notice. Uh-huh. I know. You probably don't even care. So we've already established the friendship bit. The thing is at some point relationships like that, especially with the healing and the codependency here. Like, go on, go on. I know you want to be on camera, but no, no. No, no. Um, when you constantly have to heal yourself from a situation from another person, and then you come back together, and then you break up, and then you come back together, and then you break up. First of all, it gives codependency vibes, because why do you keep going back to a situation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were meant to be friends with somebody, like, it would just be seamless, you know? But you also got the drama card here too. So, okay, that's not the bet. Um, you also got the drama card here too. So whatever this relationship is, whatever this friendship is, there's a lot of drama there. So, and you can take how that resonates for you, but drama implies to me like unnecessary BS, right? Between two people. The fact that two people have a lot of drama in their relationship and they keep coming back to each other, that's codependency. Like, I had that with the ex best friend. I totally had that with the ex best friend. Hey, Bubbles, 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 Bubs, Bubs. And the constant healing from the situation, back and forth, it's tiresome. It's tiresome. And your patience starts to wane, right? Like, you're like, I don't want to keep doing this, you know? That's how I felt with the ex best friend in 2022 when all that stuff happened, when she sexually assaulted me, when she literally left the state and didn't even tell me she was leaving, right? Because she was escaping. She was escaping what she did. She was escaping our relationship. And, on one hand, I look at her as a criminal, you know? She really, to me, she is a criminal. And I will always look at her like that. However, on the other hand, in regards to, like, when I think of our friendship like this, like, I almost don't blame her for running, if that makes sense. Because even though I think is, I mean, I haven't talked to her in 3 years, a horrible person and narcissistic. And like I said, I don't even usually think of her as human. Um, More like demonic, honestly, possessed. But if I were to think of her as human, and again, you have two people in a relationship that their patience is constantly being tried, and it's two people almost that feel like they have to go back to a friendship, even though really in reality, like, just leave it behind. If it's not working out, leave it behind. But two people don't want to leave it behind. And it's kind of funny because now when I look on that friendship, I often look at my side as I was codependent on her. And I often looked, and not that she wasn't codependent on me, but I often look at her side as being, and again, you could look at it as a codependency, but more when I look at it, I more often think of, she needed that energy link, right? She needed me for energy. She needed me to be there, to abuse, to do things for her, to use me, as she does with most people that surround her, unfortunately. So yeah, codependency, but I also just kind of look at it from a different perspective, I guess. And I think when I think about my codependency of her, like, I just think of, like, okay, I didn't have that many friends, like, she was my friend since the second grade. Like, you're going to let that go? Oh my God, you've been friends since the second grade? But in reality, when you think about it and you look at these cards, it's like, if you think of all the months and the years that we didn't talk, because there were years when I didn't talk to this woman. There were years when I didn't talk to her. When you think about that, like our friendship probably it wasn't 30 something years. Maybe 10, 15, maybe. When you shave off all the time that we did not spend together, that we didn't even talk. And that's just brutal honesty there. Whatever this is, it's a contract, right? This is some type of soul contract. If it makes you learn, if it makes you grow, if it makes you heal, it's a contract, whether you like it or not. I think part of growing and part of healing is being able to look at it from the other person's perspective too, and it's it's actually I feel like it's helpful for me, even though again, like I have my own thoughts in regards to her, who and what she is. um I'm still enlightened enough to be able to see it from her perspective. Even like I've said to you guys before, like I fully believe that she sexually assaulted me twice and was going to sexually assault me a third time. Would she say that? Of course she wouldn't. Of course she wouldn't. She would say that I was compliant, that I was a willing participant. But I would say that's abuse. It's mental, psychological, emotional abuse that held me there. It wasn't because I wanted to be there. It wasn't because I was attracted to her or I wanted to have sex with her. It was abuse that held me there. That's sexual assault. But again, like I can see it from her perspective. I could see where she would say, "Oh, that, this, that, and the other." Do I believe that? No, of course I don't. I don't believe that. I believe what I believe, you know. But I can still look at it from a different perspective, and it doesn't, like I'm not all like, I don't know. It's been 3 years, not one word, and I can honestly say, oh, it feels good to breathe. It feels good not to be under that thumb. It really does. Yeah, it's great actually. All right, I'm gonna leave this here for you guys. Take from it what you will. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained, and I hope you all have a great hump day. I'll talk to you later.